Hi, this is Scott Jordan, and you are watching live here at Cellars of Sonoma in beautiful Railroad Square, Santa Rosa, California. And welcome everybody to TV Tuesday Live. This is the show where we taste wine, we talk about wine, and tonight we are featuring the Bonneau wines, and I've got John Banbury from Bonneau Wines here with a great selection of your wines. John, welcome to TV Tuesday.
It's nice to be here again, Scott.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about the harvest. We're going to talk about the wines. We've got some wine specials we want to talk about, and we got a special wine that John just brought in that none of you have seen at all, and we got a little sneak preview. We're pretty happy about that. So we won't tell you about it, but it's right here, and I'm going to hold on to it right here. But it's my red wine drinkers will be happy, no doubt about it. So John, tell me how's the harvest coming? You didn't have any damage from the earthquake?
Nope. We came through with flying colors, no damage whatsoever.
You were kind of close, though. I mean,
neighbors,
you were in that
neighbors very near me, within 100 yards, did have barrels come down, but we didn't lose a one. So it's a tribute, I think, to my crew that very careful about stacking the barrels and making sure they're centered on each other.
And do you think maybe that was some of the problem, where they may have not stacked them quite as tight?
I would suspect, if you were a little sloppy and how you put them up there. And another thing that we do is we buy consistently the same size barrel and make sure that there's two sizes of barrels. There's a Burgundy size and a Bordeaux size, and they're maybe a couple inches difference in height. So if you happen to put one each on a rack, it can skew your stack, and that can be a problem. There's no shaking going on. It holds up fine, but this was a question of a pretty good jolt, and it just depended where you were. And
yeah, because we got it up here and we were shaking this way. But what I was thinking about in here, I was thinking I have all those glasses on the bar, and they're pretty unstable. But nothing moved. Now these aren't going to move at all. That has to be up where it had to go that way.
That's a good earthquake group.
That's pretty damn
setup.
Yeah. So the guys that have those honeycomb, where they stack them up, boy, they're getting rid of that one right away, because those are very unstable.
And there were some pretty serious things. The news isn't really covering some of the severe damage over there in Napa.
Well, I know Sebastiani had a tank that sprung a leak, the weld broke on one of their tanks.
That's a jolt.
Yeah. Well, we're happy that we at least didn't have anything too severe here.
Then it's about the harvest.
Yeah. What do you think?
Not only did we have an earthquake, now we have a very condensed harvest where a lot of fruits ripening all at the same time, and sort of deluging the winery. As you know, not only do we make our wine, but we make wine for other vintners as well at our facility. So we're still bringing in Chardonnay, and some Cab is coming in, and everything in between. So we see we'll probably be through most of our harvest by the end of next week, and maybe a little trail off a week after that, and then we're done.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
that's roughly a month ahead of schedule.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Now we had that freaky rain the other day. Any issues from that?
No,
Seemed like
that was
cleared up pretty nice. And
it depends. The more north you were, the more rain you got. We're down in Carneros with most of our vineyards, and just a little dusting of rain. It didn't even wet the ground much.
Oh, good.
And the same thing on our hillside vineyard in Sonoma. So no, we came through that one okay. We got another event maybe this week. We'll see if that's a little stronger. But Lord knows we need rain. So
Boy, do we need it! Holy, you know, I see
I'll
the
figure a
pictures
way
of
to
the lake, and it's like,
dance around the fruit issue if we can get the rain in. So.
yeah, man. Well, once we get that last bit of fruit in, it can rain all at once.
Exactly.
Yeah, and wow, we'll take it. We'll probably get it though. I mean, you know, we're due. I mean, it's,
So now the quality is very good because the weather conditions have been wonderful. Early spring, not much rain, and no blossom damage, and then a mild, somewhat mild summer with no real serious heat spikes at all.
wow.
We usually get 103, 106 degree. Didn't get it this year, as it was last year. And then this is allowing an early harvest and full maturity of the fruit.
Nice.
In general, I know we're picking a little light in our vineyard and other vineyards that we're picking, and my friends are reporting also
So a little
somewhat lighter.
Smaller than last year, or just smaller than
A
normal?
lot smaller than last year, and probably a little less than average actually. And it just pretty much seems to be a little bit smaller clusters and not as much, not as heavy a clusters. So.
Right on. We got lucky because we, you know, without any rain, if we had any frost, we could have been in a mess.
So I think it's going to be a real ideal harvest because we've been coming off of 2 bumper years.
Yeah.
We don't really need that much more fruit right now.
Mm-hmm.
What we need is quality. And,
I think you got it.
I think we got it, and not too much of it that it oversaturates the market. So
Love it. Well, good report. I like that.
Good report so far.
Yeah, amen. Well, and it's, you know, look, it's sunny. Those of you that have been watching us from outside, we're inside for 2 reasons. One, the lovely city wants to charge me $75 to put my tent up. I had a tent out there. To put my tent up, $75 for 1 hour.
Some nosy citizen reported you.
Yes, absolutely. So I told them where they could keep that, and so I said, well, how interesting. But the weather's going to change here at some point, and that would not have lasted. But for the summer, we had fun. We were outside. So we're gonna taste tonight. We're gonna taste Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Noir, your Petit Syrah, the Cabernet Sauvignon, and then a special new wine that no one has seen. Unveiling it tonight, first time. In fact, since you've been in the room here, I don't think you've made that wine.
Since I've been in the room?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you mean
Oh no, you did. Oh no, you did. Yes, you did. You did. That's
I
right.
had
Yeah, you don't say
I
it. Don't
had-
tell them what it is.
I had a Napa Valley.
Yeah, don't say anything. 'Cause it's
Why
it's
am I
secret.
not supposed to say anything?
Well, it's a surprise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
know
how
what you
did
mean.
for-
I thought he was, ladies and gentlemen, I thought he was talking about since I've been in the room tonight that I had not made anything new and exciting. Which Scott tends to tease me a bit about that kind of stuff.
That's
so
right. That's right.
he
Now,
every time I see him, he wants to know what's my new secret
new formula
recipe.
John makes a lot of wine, you guys. I'm just telling you, he makes a ton, but they're all in that same philosophy of beautiful wines now, very ageability on the ones that we can age. And this one here, super big hit in the room. This is your 2012 Los Caneros Chardonnay. Tell us the style, how it's made, and where the fruit source is for this one. It's very popular, by the way.
So this comes from our vineyard down in Sonoma, about 8 miles south of the town of Sonoma, in a little area called Shellville. My family's been there since 1920. We planted grapes in the late 80s, and then this vineyard needed to be replanted starting in 2006. So we started a regimen of taking out the old vines and planting new vines. And I did about 2 years worth of research on rootstocks and clonal scions that can go on the rootstocks that might give me some complexity and interest in the wine. We were making a good wine, but just from one clone. So we decided that we'd plant 4 clones.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you did in 2006?
In 2006, we started by adding 3 to the 1 we already had, which gave us a total of 4. And the 3 are clone 17, which is a Wente clone refined by one of our best vineyard operators here in Sonoma County, Robert Young.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Robert
I know them really well.
Has vineyards up in Alexander Valley.
Yeah, they do. Unusual too to have Chardonnay in Alexander Valley. I mean, it's pretty warm out there.
But he liked the Wente clone, and then he had some certain select vines that he just thought were giving him extra specially fine fruit. So he developed his own scion clone of this Wente and had it registered. Took him 10 or 12 years to end up with this. Anyway, that's one of the vineyard vines that we have in the Bonneau vineyard, and that flavor profile comes in something like peach, white peach and pear.
You guys tasting that back there? Okay.
Yes, it's good.
Very good.
Very good.
No problem, huh?
Okay, this
Yes.
is Chardonnay.
Yes.
This is the 12.
Yes.
12.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Delicious. Love it.
Okay.
And
Because you can tell him, you know, he doesn't mind.
I
He's
love it.
telling
No,
him.
I'm
Well,
in
you'll
love
get
with your Chardonnays. I love your
You'll
lemon.
get an electrical shock though if you say
I've always loved
So-
your Chardonnays.
then the next clone was clone 96, is the Dijon clone. I think I'll pick up the pace a little bit because it gets a little boring talking about these things. But that's a Granny Smith green apple kind of flavor profile. The 809, which is the Muscat clone, it's got a sort of a floral characteristics, sort of like Viognier.
Thank you.
And we have a very small amount of that. It's kind of part of our spice cabinet. And then the backbone of this wine is the original Martini, Louis Martini, Carneros clone for that's kind of got a pineapple, tropical fruit flavor characteristic. So I'm going to say about 40 to 50% of this particular wine has the original Louis Martini clones in it, and then a blend of those other 3, and I think it's adding a fair amount of complexity to the wine. We have a great barrel regimen. About 35% is new oak, and then the rest is a combination of 1-year and 2-year-old barrels.
And what about malolactic? What's your program there?
We do take the wine through secondary fermentation, malolactic fermentation. I think it's real important to add weight and viscousness. At the same time, it's this wine always seems, and it's an indication of our fruit, it doesn't get overly buttery or too viscous. It's got a nice, it adds a certain amount of weight to it that I think is in good balance, and I really think it's an important part of the Chardonnay winemaking process to go through malolactic fermentation.
Well, you've got some real fans for this wine that are right in the room tonight. Right here and then right behind you, Dave and Janet. Yeah, they're big fans. That's their go-to. That's their go-to.
This is my wine from Jenny Mason's book.
On a daily basis.
Yeah.
Yes.
When they come in, I don't even have to even ask them. I go, if you're
What-
gonna have a white wine, it's
That's what
yours.
they're having.
Done. It's done.
Okay.
Yeah. And what I like about this is my Rombauer people. They just use that as some measuring device, but really they don't want it that over the top. But they really like it. It immediately satisfies their I'm an oaky buttery person. Did you want that, Andrew?
Well, no. I mean, I think all the rest of the guests are ready for your next one.
Oh, okay, all right. So let me go into the next.
Let me,
Sorry about that, you guys. Andrew's over there going, yeah, shut up, will you? I gotta,
Thank you, Andy.
Oh my gosh. So the next is a
We're dragging here.
Sauvignon Blanc from Santa Barbara, 2011.
Yeah.
Now, why Santa Barbara? What was the
Well,
attraction?
I like the cool weather down there. This comes from the Lompoc area near Santa Barbara, and it's a peninsula that juts out there, and it's got a lot of coastal influence.
Yeah, I was just down there 2 weeks ago with my wife. We had to. She had to have a meeting at Bacara. If you've ever heard of Bacara, it's that resort right on the beach. Oh, it's
In
Santa Barbara.
in Santa Barbara.
Yeah. Oh my God. So I had to go to carry her bags.
Well, and this is sort of the typical grassy notes, but also a kind of grapefruity, citrus overtone as well. And
But
it's
again,
still
not over
drinking.
the top. Some of the Sauvignon Blancs, you get, they're so grassy that it's like, it just overpowers the wine. And
I feel comfortable that it's a good indication of the varietal, which is what I'm after. I want you to know when you taste the wines that there's no question of what it is.
yeah. Well, there's no doubt about it. Now, before we move too far into this wine, I don't want you to forget about this Chardonnay. Also was a gold medal winner in the Chronicle tasting. So,
It was.
So hats off to you on that. Now, Sauvignon Blanc, $18 retail, and John is doing a special buy one get one on that wine.
Yeah.
So here's an opportunity for you it's still, in my mind, it's still summer. I didn't get my complete fill of summer, so I feel like I want to, even though today is officially the first day of fall, I mean, it's the real first time. It was actually cold this morning when I got in the car with my wife. It was really chilly. So I'm still in summer mode. So this is a great summertime wine, and here's an opportunity to stock up on some of that and buy
And
one,
it's-
get one.
Get it till it's gone. We're closing it out because we didn't make 2012, so the next vintage will be 2013, and that's in the bottle now. And as soon as this is gone, which won't be long,
Yeah.
so we'll bring out the 2013. But this has not tamed down at all.
No,
It's still
no.
really bright and crisp fruit.
Yeah.
And this wine is drinking very, very well.
Well, and just so that you guys know that are watching, that are customers and have had John's wines before, when John does a wine special, he's just moving that to the next vintage coming out. We never have a wine that we're just throwing out there because it's fruit's falling off of it,
Right.
it needs to go away. We never, ever do that. These are wines that if you didn't have the other vintage ready
It's
to go.
just an opportunity.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea of this tasting room and our wine club is to offer deals when we have them.
Yeah.
They-
And then when they're gone, they're gone. And you guys, we harp on this every week. I go over this and try to drill it in their head, but it happens so much. When these wines are gone, there's no other secondary market. I can't just pull from somewhere and get more. So And you can sit on this for a little while. That's
You
not
can.
there's nothing. That's not. That fruit isn't falling off there.
It's
at all.
really bright.
Yeah, it's
You know, the nose jumps out at you from a mile away. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I got no
think
problem with that.
Anybody would be pleased to get that, and what a good buy.
Yeah, at that price point, you can't go somewhere and get
Makes it
that.
under $10 a bottle.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
You just can't. You have no idea the stuff that you get in that price point. I was doing a price comparison on some wines, and I was looking in that price point, and they're really awful. John, they are terrible in that price point. My gosh, I mean, it's just brutal. So great buy, and this is more on the style of the grassy style, but not over the top at all. Fruit, very, very nice. So good job on that. 18, buy one, get one. So, $9.
Grassy grapefruit.
Grapefruit all day. And it's still summer. Don't worry, it's still summer. And if you had to stash some of it, you could do that and bring it out in, February, January, March, and something like that. So,
Well, it'd be great with seafood, shellfish.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
What's next?
Coming up next, Pinot Noir 2011. This is Sonoma Coast, San Giacomo Vineyard.
Right?
You got Andrew going, okay, good, yeah, shut up, just pour the damn wine, let's move on. We've got guests in the back here, and they're salivating, waiting for the red wines.
Yeah.
And they're going,
Okay,
yeah,
so-
be quiet.
This is 2011.
2011 Sonoma Coast fruit.
And so some of this fruit actually comes from Carneros, but it's overlapping in the Sonoma Coast appellation, and the rest comes from
Are you saying that the vineyard is overlapping? Is that what you're saying?
the vineyard is overlapping or there are overlapping appellations in the same vineyard.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, so it's both in Sonoma Coast and in Carneros. But I choose to blend this from some of the premium vineyards that San Giacomo cultivates. Is in just outside of Petaluma, in the
Okay.
Petaluma Gap,
Okay.
near the University of Sonoma State University.
Okay. I know where that is.
Tucked in against the foothills that are basically on the other side of Carneros.
Okay.
There's probably about 60 or 70 acres, and it's cooler there and more temperate, and the fruit just seems to get a little longer hang time and a little more maturity. So anyway, I blend it with 2 clones from Carneros and 3 clones from Petaluma Gap. Hence, it's the Sonoma Coast appellation, but it's all San Giacomo vineyards, and it's really a pretty small area where Sonoma Coast, as you know, is a big appellation.
Oh yeah, sure is.
But this vineyard's in a pretty small geographic area.
Well, the nose is fabulous. You had a question, Karina? Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
question on the Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc. Are you putting in the
There's a
oak?
pretty big difference.
Yeah.
There's no oak on the Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay. All right. Good.
And the Chardonnay is 100% French oak. So much brighter, crisper fruit profile, and no indications of oak with the spice and the,
Right. Yeah, it's crisp.
no malolactic secondary fermentation, of course. So it's really a dramatically different style than the Chardonnay.
Oh yeah. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, that's
Apples and oranges, completely different.
That's right. Now,
All right.
This also got a gold medal
Yep.
at the Chronicle
And
tasting.
it also got kudos at the Affairs of the Vine, gold medal there.
Now, you know, we talk about Pinot Noir ageability, and I've got some older Pinots here from other producers, and we've opened them up over time, and we really are liking them. You know, that are, you know, they're 6 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old, something like that, and they're still hanging in there beautiful.
Sure, Pinot can last
Can you-
a long time. Absolutely, I think this is very ageable, don't you? I
Oh
mean,
gosh, yeah.
this wine's just since you've had it here in the tasting room's been evolving.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's pouring
You
really,
know,
really well.
it's and
showing.
it's in degrees. These wines are very approachable within a year after bottling, and but they're going to continue to sort of evolve and be of interest to any collector.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the idea is for them to buy the wine, you know, get a couple cases of this wine while it's available, and then pull it out every 6 or 8 months, pull a bottle out and see how it's progressing. And you know, that way you really know when it's going to hit that real nice mark where it's just fine. And it's got lots of life left, so don't be afraid. You know, think that people don't like to think aging in Pinots, but you can do that. I don't have a problem with that at all. And it's a 2011, so you got plenty of time. Yeah. Retailing that is $42. If you're a Cellar Club member, that's $35.70. Let me give you a little update for what's going on this weekend. When you come visit the tasting room, we've added some musicians, and we've had some. We've moved a couple guys around. So this week we've got, on Thursday, we've got John Pita in, who played on Fridays like forever. And then we have, on Friday, we have Falcon Christopher, and that's a great show. Those guys are fantastic. And then Craig Corona had an unbelievable show. He does James Taylor and John Denver and that kind of stuff. Just fabulous music. And Craig will be on Saturday. So 3 great nights of live music, great wines, late night food, it all works. All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Now, let's go to the next wine. And this is a varietal that I like a lot. I like Petite Syrah. This is a 2009 Petite Syrah. It says on the label Sonoma Valley. So tell us where this comes from. I mean, I know, but just tell them. And it's 09. That's a pretty good vintage.
This comes from the vineyards, the Caton Vineyards, in above the town of Sonoma, about 900-foot level, the Mayacamas mountain range.
And it's right below is it Monte Rosso right up there?
Monte Rosso is right above it.
Yeah.
So it's in
It's in
good company.
Really good company. And those of you that are tuned in here that don't know, that Monte Rosso vineyard is a real special place, and it's been producing wine for quite some time, and great wine. And right below it is this vineyard, and it shows. It shows in the quality of the fruit, no doubt.
Well, Ty's father bought this property, and he's longtime friends with my brother-in-law, my sister Barbara's husband, Dave, and the Catons have been in Sonoma Valley almost as long as the Bonneaus. Matter of fact, one of my sisters lives on Caton Court, named
is that right?
after the Caton family. Yeah.
Oh, funny.
So Ty's father was a small real estate developer and real estate agent in Sonoma, and I see him from time to time because they make wine in the same facility area where we make our wine. So
Okay.
They're a neighbor.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway, good good friends makes for good business partners in this instance, because I'm getting to pick the best spots in the vineyard to take my grapes, and this is a good rendition from.
Oh, beautiful nose. If you want something that's just got this gorgeous nose to it. The color is, oh, it's magnificent. And that's a testament for that vineyard.
It's got that typical blackberry.
Yeah.
You know, and I would say this is really hitting stride. I don't know what you think about it.
Soft, beautiful finish.
It's not. Well,
Wow.
let the emergency crew go through it.
He loves to do that. Yeah, this has that mocha finish. It's got a little chocolate. It's got all those things that you're looking for in a Petite Sirah. But it's not over tannic, and that's where you can really run into a problem with Petite Sirah, right?
That's a trait of Petite Sirah.
Yeah, but see, I don't have
But
to
the,
grab a steak and eat this, drink this. I can drink this and have my steak later. I'm okay.
This is, you know, this is the oak barrels that we use are tight grained, and they really impart not a strong influence of the wood. You're going to pick up a lot of those tannins. And then the way we sort the fruit, we do take out anything green and in the way of the fruit that might be not ripe, or stems, leaves, anything like that. So we really pick it really clean, and that gives you that bright kind of blackberry. Matter of fact, I mean, I love to smell this wine when it's fermented.
Oh yeah, that's gotta
It
be something.
smells like blackberry pie. And it hasn't
And it kind
lost
of looks like a blackberry pie when it's laying in there.
Well, yeah, it does.
Yeah, it almost stains the glass. I mean, it's, you know, they're kind of inky wines, no doubt. Now, here's the deal on this wine. $35 retail. You've got a 2 for buy one get one on this one as well, until it's gone. There's not a whole lot of this left.
Right? And there
And
isn't a whole lot. And
at
the
that
next
price,
vintage
oh,
is
gosh.
2013, I think. 2013. It's in the barrel. And it's waiting for this to close out. And we'll bottle that up next summer. And we'll have the next vintage. So
Well, that's for a Petite Sirah
from the same vineyard.
from that vineyard, which is a wonderful spot. At that price point, $17.50 a bottle is ridiculous. So again, plenty of ageability. I mean, you can see the color is just. I mean, look at that. It's just. See if you guys can see that. I mean, that's pretty color right there. That's got lots of time. Lots.
You really impress people. You
Yeah.
know, open this up for dinner.
Yeah,
with
they're gonna go. What the hell? Where'd you get that?
Yeah,
Don't tell them what you
exactly.
paid for it.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
have to.
No, hell no. I think you paid a lot more than that.
It's a good alternative to Cab or Syrah, or
I think this is a little softer than most Syrahs. I mean, you know, Syrahs can be a little edgy,
yeah,
but this
really
is
completely
pretty
different
good.
profile. It's really sort of closer to Zinfandel than it is Syrah.
Well, but it doesn't have any jamminess. I mean, it's
No, it's
um,
not, and it doesn't have
it's
that
pretty.
brambleberry. There's
Yeah.
more blackberry. Anyhow,
That's a great buy. So get that one until it's gone. $35 one bottle will go to when you're good to go. And do you take more away? No, you didn't. So now, Cabernet Sauvignon. When you guys come into the tasting room, you get to taste from all 9 vintners on our new tasting menu. One of the wines we had on the last menu was this one, and they really liked this. This is a great example of Cabernet Sauvignon. It's 2010. And then this comes from
also the
same-
Cape Vineyard.
the
yeah.
same vineyard, right?
The Maikama Mountain.
Now, you blend anything in there, John, or is it all
This is a 100% Cab.
okay? 22 months French oak,
Yep.
and what about a third new? Is that kind of?
I would say more like 40%.
Okay.
New. Yeah, for the
How
Cab.
do you figure that out? I mean, what's the? Is it just trial over time? What worked before you want to duplicate?
It sort of works out like if you go 40% new, then you can do 30% 1 year and 30% 2 year,
Okay.
and you sort of have round numbers. And so it's a little bit easier to manage from an inventory standpoint.
Okay.
And I think we don't want to dominate with the oak. These
Right.
wines absorb oak very quickly. So it's a way to not, if we did 100% new oak, you're really going to get a lot of domination from the oak. My view of it sort of overpowers the fruit, and I want to make sure that Cabernet Sauvignon varietal shows through in the
Yeah.
wine. And yet there's still plenty of oak on it.
Well, 2010 wines that we've seen in the bottle, they have aged so nice. I mean, they really have. And that was a tricky year. It was a little,
Little
cool. Yeah, a lot cooler than what we saw this year in the last 3 years.
Oh yeah, we're gonna really get the fruit ripe this year.
Right?
We want it as ripe as we can get it, but
Yeah.
if you let it hang too long, the vines start shutting down, and
Right.
the days, you don't get as much sunshine getting into November to pick.
Well, didn't a lot of people in 2010 pull some leaves, and then we got a big spike at the very end that kind of sent everybody into.
Well, there's lots of issues out there. Yeah, it seems like I remember something like that happening.
But in reality, all it did was fry some fruit, and what was left was pretty damn good. Because it's showing, and it's obvious right now.
Well, we didn't have that difficulty in this vineyard. This vineyard is sheltered. It's south-facing, rocky clay soil.
Oh, man. That's pouring really, really good. It's a go-to wine in the tasting room. When I've got somebody that's a cab lover, and people are kind of funny. They sometimes want to try to impress me somehow. And I don't have to be impressed. I'm impressed already. But they throw a bunch of jargon out, And whenever they try to sound like they're an expert, I go, okay, let me pull this, and then they go, boom! Oh my God, that's right on the money. I love it, and it's a go-to cab. It's a cab I can pull out, and I'm going to hit it 98% of the time. They're going to love that. I mean, it's a rarity that somebody doesn't like this. And then if they say that, I tell them that they must not like cabs.
Thank you,
I
Scott.
give them a Zen, and they go, "Oh yeah, I like that." Okay, yeah, that's a cab. So,
Yeah, that's
great example of 2010, though. I mean, it's real. I'm very happy with this. And in older wines, I'm loving the 60s. I still have some 06 hanging around, different varietals. And damn, is that just pouring fantastic. And
Yeah, but there can't be too much 06 left on it.
No.
Everybody's
no.
dialed into that.
Yeah, but every one that I've had, I love it. Love it.
All right, well, that's still
Okay.
holding up well.
Not too bad. Oh yeah, it's holding up perfectly well. Yeah, retail on that is 48. Another gold medal winner. So you had 3 gold medal winners out of that. That's pretty damn good. There's nothing wrong with that.
But we just didn't enter the other 2.
Yeah, I mean it's.
They would have gotten gold medals too.
I love it. Now, you guys.
What happened to my glass that was sitting over there?
I don't know.
I need to talk to Andrew.
Oh, okay. Oh, the glass had this stuff in it.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know.
it might have gotten
You might have got 86th.
Yeah.
Come on in. You still got time. They'll take care of you. Come on in. Come on. Yep. Come in. Find a seat. Andrew will get you taken care of. We talked a while back about red blends, and one of the things we started to uncover as we've run this room now 5.5 years, people love red blends. And what's really nice in the wine industry, which I love, the word red wine doesn't affect people like it did years ago. Years ago, if it said red wine, they went, yeah, see you later.
Really?
But really, if you look at it, it's just a creative blend that didn't get 75% of one varietal, so you can't call it the name, and so that's kind of what, you know, it got a stigma, but it's lost that. People really understand blends, they like them. And you did have a blend from Napa. In fact, it was under the Egret label.
No,
Wasn't it?
It's Bonneau, but it was the gray label, which looks similar to the.
Of a
Yeah, we
Meritage.
called it Ethos. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but didn't you do an Egret Meritage?
Seems like we actually
I
did. Now
think
that
you
you're
did.
mentioning it.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did in the John makes a lot of wine, man. It's great.
Did I
think
call
you
it a
did.
Meritage?
I think you did, but you didn't have a lot of it, and it was in and gone. And that's when you got to jump all over it. The biggest mistake I made, just so you guys know, when John first came into the room, what we do, because we have limited space here, I always order 3 cases of wine. I put a case here, I put a case back there, and one in the back. We just don't have big storage. So I ordered all of John's wines, and one of them that you had was the Malbec, the Napa
The
Malbec.
Napa Malbec. Yeah.
And I didn't show it. We just didn't get around to showing it in the tasting room. And then one day somebody asked about it. We opened it up and I went, oh my gosh, this is pouring great. So then I put an order in for more wine and John said,
Come on.
there isn't any. So I've learned my lesson.
Sort of sailed without you.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Because that was a major mistake. Because that was a beautiful.
But I didn't make a lot of that. I only made 100 cases.
I know, John, but that was a damn nice.
And that was before the tasting.
And these guys would
room
have
opened.
loved to have had a few cases of that. So when we get these wines in, you got to take advantage of them because when they're gone, they are gone. I mean, it's just see you later. But I don't make that mistake anymore. I make sure I pay attention to what you got. So John brought in today a 2012 Sonoma Valley Meritage. This is 82% Cab, 16% Malbec, 2% Petit Verdot. Says it aged 22 months in French oak. That's kind of your standard.
Yep.
And so this is this where's this fruit coming from? It says Sonoma
Okay,
Valley.
so the backbone is the cab from the Caton vineyard,
Beautiful.
but the
God, look
Malbec,
at that. Wow.
the Malbec comes from 2 vineyards in Sonoma.
Now you
One-
haven't had this in the bottle long. I mean, it's
No,
this-
yeah,
it's
only a
early.
month.
Okay.
So you told me to bring you something new.
Well, it's new, man. It's freaking new.
I had to do some fast thinking. So
Okay.
this is our
New.
latest bottling, and I haven't actually tasted it since we bottled it about a month ago. So we're both discovering how the bottling went at this point.
Well, we cheated a little bit before we did this, before we opened the show, and we did taste it. And yeah, what the hell was wrong with that?
I think what makes this interesting is this is 2012, and the fruit's all hand sorted, and then there's the 2 vineyards, one from Carneros that has some Malbec, and one from up in what do I want to say, the higher reaches of Sonoma Valley,
Okay.
almost to Kenwood. So you had these 2 terroirs and climate differentials. We had much hotter, no wind exposure vineyard versus a windy, cooler exposure, and it made a really interesting blend. And then we put some Petit Verdot from that same vineyard up in the upper part of Sonoma Valley, and here we have it. So
Well, 2012 was a hell of a year.
this
Another
is something that really isn't released, but we're talking about it. I think we're talking about maybe doing a Christmas release on this.
Yeah, I think so. I think we can probably think about Wine Club shipment for December, I think, in January. should be a perfect time to release that. And so retail on that is 54, right? Is that what we have on that? That's a great buy. That is beautiful. For only being in the bottle a short time, which can, I mean, we know the thing can really go into shock. It's still showing pretty damn good. And that's just going to get better.
Sort of my style. I make them drinkable, so you know. I believe in instant gratification. These wines will keep, but you can pull the cork and drink them if you want.
Yeah. Well, and if you want to lay them down, which is the smart thing to do, if you want to lay them down,
get a case and drink a little and keep a little, and
and then you'll be happy when you know you want some more and you still got it, as opposed to me saying it's gone.
Right.
When it's gone, it's gone.
Well, there's only 200 cases of this.
That's not a lot of wine. So you guys need to know we're talking about what, 8 barrels? Right? That's
there's 25 cases per barrel, so yeah, good math.
8 barrels.
Just 8 barrels, yeah. But remember, I made the cab. I used the same.
Sorry, I'm like, oh, I should probably say something.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
My
you.
name's Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
It's Scott, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, great wine.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love the cab. I didn't buy it, but I love it.
Well, you know where to get it.
When you need it.
Right here.
Yeah.
You need to stand over here because you're blocking the camera that was
But you're on national TV.
No way.
Yeah,
You are. You're on
all over the
YouTube
world.
later.
Yeah, you'll be on YouTube later.
Sorry. Well, that's good. They know
It's-
you have business.
it-
They know
yes,
that you
yes.
like to talk to people.
And it's a candid camera. We
Just
allow
didn't really get it.
anybody to get on stage.
Yeah, so anyways, I got the Sauvignon Blanc. So
Excellent. Excellent.
Really good.
Good,
I like
good.
it. It's my new
Where-
thing.
where are you-
Actually,
where-
Sauvignon Blanc is my new thing.
Okay, well, that's
I always
all right.
was a red person, and something happened in last year when I don't know if it was my psyche or my body, but I was just like, no more red.
That's okay. We
We
got.
went back to white, but
We can take care of that for you.
well, and it's hotter weather
Yeah.
down here, and
Yeah.
so I bought a couple of them because I'm seeing some friends. So yeah,
Where are you from?
I'm from Seattle.
Seattle now? Or that's where you live now?
I live in Seattle now.
Okay.
I was born and raised there.
Okay.
And you're down visiting.
We did the 101.
Yeah. All right.
I haven't done it since I was like 18, so it's been many years. And we drove through, yeah, so it was really nice.
That was a
It
cool
great.
run, yeah.
You know, because when I was 18, I didn't know shit about wine, so, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know anything.
This isn't a family
I was just
show, so
driving.
that's
So, yeah, so it's a
Well, that's
totally
great.
different, yeah, it was really nice. And
Well, you know where to come to get more.
Absolutely.
We can send it right to you. It's not a problem. We can ship it right out. Easy. Simple, simple.
you mean from here?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Great.
So when you get
Absolutely,
more.
it's great, and I'll be back, and I'll bring
All right.
Bring friends.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lovely city and a lovely area. Thank
Well,
you.
good. We'll
Okay.
keep coming back.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Thank you.
Kind words. See you later.
Are you going to watch the game with us?
I'm going to Karen. Chinese food.
Yeah, but are you going to watch the game
Where?
at our house? Well, yeah. It's not like you live up on the mountain.
It's pretty far down.
That's my kid, Kevin, Andrew's twin brother. He just moved off of the mountain in Kenwood. He's way the hell up above, I mean at the very top
Really?
of that freaking hill up there. You know that road just past Cundy, and that if you're going south, and there's a road that goes way up the freaking hill, and there's all kinds of vineyards up there.
Trinity Road?
No, before Trinity. It's I know you know the road. And they were at the very top, and you couldn't. It was beautiful when you're there, but to get there was like insane. So now they did. Now they're down in Montgomery Village, which is way down.
Yeah.
Not in the flats.
Not so far to go for a.
Well, yeah,
Quart
and
of
you
milk.
can't. You know, yeah, exactly.
That's really up there.
Yeah, oh man, that's way all. It's at the top. It's at the very top. So how we doing, Karina? Okay. So let me give you just a recap for those that maybe tuned in late. if you're coming to wine country, there's lots of stuff going on. I mean, everybody's in harvest. It's grape central right now. I mean, they're doing pump overs. They're bringing fruit in. They're crushing. They're sorting. They're doing. I mean, you could go to almost any winery and there's something going on. I mean,
No doubt. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, everybody's inundated right now with fruits.
well, but it's good that the yield isn't that high, so you're not going to run out of barrels. I remember like,
Not going to run out of
09.
barrels and not run out of tank space. But
Remember, I think it wasn't at 9. There were vineyards that I drove by didn't even harvest. They couldn't put the damn fruit anywhere. They had no place to put it. I mean, you can't.
well, that's
believe
the way
it.
it's been in 12 and 13. Really hard to find.
Well, this is the place to come if you're looking for a little vacation. A lot going on. The ocean this time of year is actually kind of nice. Still pretty pleasant.
Well, October is flat calm out there in the ocean,
Yeah.
so it's very pretty out on the Gulf.
Yeah. So this is the time to visit, and of course, when you come here, we've got 3 nights of live music. We've got John Pete on this Thursday. We've got Falcon Christopher on Friday, and Craig Corona. 3 top musicians this weekend, so we'll be doing it. We have late night food. We've got paninis and sausage and cheese plates. And then, of course, we have, without a doubt, some of the best wines in all of the area here. We're pretty blessed with wines like John makes here, and they're superb. And we're showing them off tonight. You did a great job, John. These are really nice wines. How you guys doing on those wines back there?
We're doing good.
Just
Bottle
checking.
of wine, just.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Clean. Okay.
We're drinking some of this now, but we're
We
running
take cash, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, checks. Didn't we write checks? I don't think so. Cash.
IOUs?
We like cash. No. No. Cash. So I want to thank all of my folks that tune in each week and come in and buy some wine. Brad, it's time for you to take a little vacation. Get your butt in here so we can buy some more wine. I want to thank Karina for our social media and getting us all plugged in and Instagram, and she's got me. We're everywhere. We are just flat out everywhere. John, I want to thank you for coming in and giving us a little update and coming up with this cool Meritage. And then you have another wine you're going to release a little bit later too. We can tell them on this one since but you've got a Malbec coming.
Yeah, the Malbec that was blended into this Meritage. The next time you're ready for a show, we'll do that one.
Oh, Karina's okay with that?
Yeah.
Malbec's hot. I mean, people really like Malbec. I mean, they really, really like Malbec. And yeah, I'm a big fan. There's Malbec and Cab Franc are 2 things that I go after. Rosés too. I actually, whenever I go somewhere, I go out and look at rosés. And my wife and I were coming back up from Santa Barbara, and we stopped in Paso Robles. I haven't been there in a while. Wow, was that impressive? Holy crap!
Yeah, Paso Robles is really getting a reputation.
We went to 3 wineries, John, and every wine I had in the whole damn room was outrageously great. My car was chock full of wine, so I couldn't buy a whole bunch, but damn, I got to go back. But if you're going to go on a vacation, give that a shot. Add that to your vacation coming out here. Hell, that wasn't, man, I don't know what they're doing up there, but they're rocking. I gotta say that. And some of the places are huge. I mean, they're spending money, but it's packed. The places were busy. So, all right. So come visit us this weekend. I want to thank our audience. You guys are enjoying the wines. Thank you very much. You've done very, very well. John will be here to sign bottles and answer questions. And so again, John, thank you very much.
All right.
This is where you discover wine one sip at a time here at Cellars of Sonoma. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.